Man, welcome back to the channel, everybody, man. Thanks again, man. I can't believe it. It's just going so great, man. This has been an awesome experience, and I hope you guys are enjoying the ride, because I know I am. But with that being said, for those who's new here, I'd like to say welcome to the channel. For those who's already been here, welcome back, man. So what we like to do here is get on TikTok and watch some of the crazy conspiracy theories that go on the TikTok. So what we do is we hit that kiss it if we liking it, or we just dismiss that.
Stop the cap.
You know, that's what we do every day, all day. So with that being said, man, let's go ahead and get this thing started. Let's go.
This is a live screen recording from the Harris rally on 10/28 last night. Look at the man directly behind Obama to the right. Look at his eyes. What is going on here? What is that? Everyone else is clapping and cheering and talking to each other, and he's got these white eyes. And then when he breaks free from whatever demonic spell he's under, he just looks straight into the camera, straight ahead, zero motion. Nothing, there's nothing there. Like, what is that? A shapeshifter? Is it a demon? Is it a robot? Is it an alien? Like, what is that? He's acting so strange. It was so weird. I had to record it. In the moment, I was like, what is happening?
Weird.
What is this? Does anyone know what is going on here?
Stop the cap.
What is going on with Eminem in this photo? Do you notice something strange going on here in this photo? Or is it just me? And this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm just sharing a photo of Eminem. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. This is for entertainment purposes only. But you tell me what is going on here with this photo. Something
Did y'all see that?
Right. Almost as if Eminem could be a, you know what, if you know, you know. I can't really say what I want to say.
I caught it.
But if you know, you know.
I caught it.
Let's just say he might be a little bit on the green side of things. If you know, you know.
Okay.
Again, I'm just sharing a photo. That's all I'm doing.
Oh my gosh.
What do you think is going on here? Something definitely.
It looks funky.
Right.
Looks funky. Okay.
This is part two of conspiracy theories that my sixth graders told me that they believe in. I'm going to try to read it with a straight face. This isn't like a new conversation. These are just a few more of their responses. Starting off strong. In The Simpsons, all of the episodes were normal until Homer dies. After the episodes got weird, does that mean the rest of the episodes is Homer's dreams?
Ooh, I've been out the loop for a minute.
I don't know. I don't know about that one, buddy. I have no idea. You tell me.
Stop the cap.
The zombie apocalypse started in 1932. I didn't ask for elaboration on that one. I wish I did.
Stop the cap.
Walt Disney's Frozen. I recognize that one.
Stop the cap.
Sense. Cool. Most popular one, Life is a Simulation. I got that response probably the most.
She goes. She goes.
Well,
George, that very few scholars even want to talk about because they don't know what to say about it. It's a brief text. It's only about 2,000 lines. All right. And it is written as if an observer were present the day that the Creator created humankind, step by step. However, it's written in a language that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Is it like Genesis or totally different?
It's very different from Genesis. I think Genesis probably partially derived from this text, the Sefer Yetzirah, which is the book of creation. It literally translates to the book of creation. So it was as if someone were watching the Creator actually create the first person.
Doing what he did.
Doing what he did. But it is not written scientifically. The bottom line to what the text is saying is that through language, humankind was created. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Explain that.
If you take it literally. But as I began to follow the instructions as the author created them in this text, and this, George, this is the power of transcending the boundaries between science and spirituality. Because if a scientist only looked at the elements of life, you'd never make this discovery. If you only look at the spiritual text, you would never make this discovery. But it's by blending the two together and allowing them to tell the story. So we today in modern science, we talk about life as the result of elements, and we describe elements through word and through number. So we have the periodic table, for example, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon makes up the DNA of our bodies. Those are the words, and for every one of those words, there are a lot of numbers that may be applied. There are 17 different numeric parameters that go with each of those. So put that aside. When you go back into the ancient text and the Sefer Yetzirah specifically, they did exactly the same thing. They talked about the power of the letters of very specific alphabets. Now, it doesn't make a lot of sense to modern scholars until we begin to understand that every ancient alphabet, bar none, that I have found so far, has always from day one with each letter had a mysterious number associated with the letters. We don't know where the numbers came from. They never change.
Code?
It's a unique numeric code. The study of that code is called gematria, and it was actually formalized. The laws, 32 laws of gematria, were formed in the 2nd century. They were formalized in the 2nd century. And the only way gematria works is you cannot deviate from these laws. There are specific laws that apply to the numbers. So our ancestors were also talking about life using words and numbers. So they had the letters of the alphabets and this mysterious number. We're using the periodic table. We got a whole bunch of numbers.
Right.
My job was to find out which of those numbers equates to the numbers in the ancient alphabets. And if I could do that, my thinking was it would be possible to look at human DNA, carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, and different combinations of that, and substitute the ancient letters for the numbers based upon this correlation. This, in retrospect, it was simple, but not knowing that it took years. It took me 12 years.
And did you break it?
To find what we now know is that the atomic mass of the elements, the numbers of the atomic mass, are the numbers that equate to the mysterious letters in the ancient alphabets. What that means is when you look at human DNA, or the DNA of any life, it is made of hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon, and using gematria, the numbers that equate to those become 1, 5, 6, and 3. 3 is with the carbon. And when you then take a table, one of the ancient tables, and you're able to correlate those numbers with the letters, what we find, George, is that the human DNA our genome is built in layers. And at the top layers, it's like every book has an introduction. The introduction in every cell of every form of life, carbon-based DNA, the introduction is the same. And the first translation literally reads, God eternal within the body. God eternal within the body. And God that is depicted in the DNA is actually spelled the way that the name of God was spelled in the ancient text before it was removed 6,800 times. In the Torah, for example, the sacred name of God is believed to be so sacred it cannot be written in its entirety.
Why put it in a code?
You know, this was, so first as a scientist, what I have to say is this. People say, why is the code there?
Yeah.
And I say, I don't know. All I know is that when I followed the instructions in a 3,000-year-old text and I applied it to the periodic table, this is what we have. Next question, is it a coincidence? So
there are no coincidences.
I had a statistician run the numbers for me, and the odds of this happening by chance are 1 to 234,256.
Yeah.
234,256 to 1 are the odd, or 0.00041%.
Right.
Those are the odds that it's just
random.
Just random. Now, those aren't astronomical odds. I thought it might be like 1 to a bajillion, you know. But when you take into account,
they're still high.
Not only is the language there, but when you take into account what the words say, that those words actually have meaning, God eternal within the body.
And they all say that.
The first letter in all human DNA, if you can look at what's called the genetic code, CTAG, every one of those is made up of combinations of carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen. Right. And they are arranged, I don't want to be really technical when I talk about this, but they're arranged different numbers of carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen atoms. So within each of the DNA bases that make our DNA as it is, there are different combinations of CTAG that break down to different combinations of God eternal within the body. And the God within ourselves, within our DNA, is literally the same spelling of the God that was taken from those texts. Now, here's the beauty. I just have to say this. All right. My first fear was I found it in the Hebrew language, and I said, does that mean, could it actually be divisive if it only is found in one language? And when the research went to its fruition, what we found is it is in Hebrew and Aramaic and Sanskrit, 3 of the root languages.
The same thing.
Exactly the same thing. So in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Sanskrit, the code for those letters translates precisely the same in the human DNA.
Brain death is a lie. So people don't even realize it's a lie anymore. But it's been a lie from the beginning, continues to be a lie. They invented brain death mainly to get organs, but then also so they don't waste money on treating people who aren't ever going to get a job, who are just going to live and not die. And so to see what brain death is, it's primarily a way to get organs. You cannot get any organs from a cadaver. Every organ that's transplanted is a healthy organ, and you can only get healthy organs from living persons. You cannot get any organs for transplant from a cadaver. The things I'm telling you is that you are not allowed to hear, because if you hear it, you will be upset, as all 3 of you are upset. And rightly so, you should be upset. Wow. Whose organs do they want? Certainly from all children, but especially the people who are 16 to 30, and their life is in jeopardy. If they're unconscious and on a ventilator, they're going to get their organs. Everybody who's called brain dead has a beating heart, circulation, and respiration. If they didn't have that, you wouldn't have to call them brain dead. You could call them dead.
So I've seen some people doing a video on TikTok where they ask Alexa if there was a cube-shaped object or aliens heading towards Earth that was spotted by the James Webb Telescope. So I decided to ask Alexa, and the answer that I got from her was not what I was expecting. Here it is. Alexa, where is the cube-shaped object spotted by the James Webb Telescope?
According to the website nasa.gov, 2 cube-shaped objects have now been spotted, with one of them expected to reach Earth's orbit within 3 weeks.
What? Is that real? Like, from the NASA website? 2, and they're coming in 3 weeks.
Stop the cap.
Let's talk about Denver Airport. There's a chilling theory surrounding that place.
Okay.
No one really knows why it was built in the first place.
It's the airport.
Denver already had a fully functioning airport downtown, yet they chose to construct this one, spending $2 billion over budget and finishing 2 years late. Strange, right? But what's really unsettling is the 5-story underground facility beneath the airport. Some believe it's a doomsday bunker for the elite. Officials, however, claim it's just an unused baggage system. Still, that doesn't explain the eerie atmosphere. All over the airport, there are disturbing murals, images of destruction, chaos, and even apocalyptic scenes, complete with monstrous figures. What? Then there's the infamous Blue Horse statue, nicknamed Blucifer. It stands over 30 feet tall with glowing red eyes. Even stranger, the artist who created it tragically died during its construction when a piece of the horse fell on him, killed instantly. Yet, they completed it anyway. And if that wasn't enough, there are rumors of 2 secret runways, supposedly used by the government. Then there's the time capsule, buried in 1994 and set to remain sealed until 2094. Could it hold the key to these bizarre mysteries? Only time will tell.
And that is a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. I hope y'all enjoyed the TikTok. I know I did. So what I need from you, though, I need you to go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, smack that subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave some comments below so we can have a good chit chat, man. And thank you for once again for hanging out with your boy, man. And as you know, we'll be doing the same bat channel, same bat things next week. So come hang out with me, man. And thank you to all the new subscribers, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, see you then. Peace.